we will just try to get the information and see if we can close it out. But if not, we will just go straight to we'll go do a court case. It's fine. I think what we need to do as judges is listen, okay. I've read some chats here and there, okay, and I have seen judges ask other judges for their opinion, and that's before the case starts, okay? And I think that is not good. I think if you have to ask another judge if something is questionable, it should automatically go to trial because you are a judge questioning what has happened. The question is already there. If there is a question of a law break, it should just go there, right? So that's what I said to the judges, which is the direction I feel like they need is just if you're not comfortable, go for a court case, but don't throw anything out unless you're certain. That's what court is for. It's to trial and have a due process and understand, right? It's not to think you know the answer before the answer's there. So if you're confident in your answer, that's fine. But like if you question something, you should never throw it out. I don't think it should. That's what law is. You need to hear them out at that point and see, see you get the right decision. And I don't think. I mean. I'm thinking about how we can do this, right? Because I still see this entire system that we have here, it can be not only simplified, right, but done in-game entirely, but also have the outside logic of the forum. So this forum, in-game and out-of-game, right? So you can do everything. If you're in-game or out-of-game. We need some sort of like, I don't know what the phone app's like for Nopixel. If you can somehow, dude, maybe I can add something to it, but like having some sort of system that you could get on your phone that would just notify you when shit happens. IRL phone, right? So you don't need to be a virgin to roleplay, although technically we're all virgins. What am I saying? You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking know life to roleplay and be on top of everything. If something changes, you know. But the good thing is we could send you like a notification on the app on the phone, not a text message, like an app. We could make an app, right? And we could send you a notification that says, hey, this character has a court date this day. And you could just calendar it on your actual phone IRL. So you don't have to go in game until the court case. You know, you could actually role play and whenever you want without worrying about missing shit. You know what I mean? Because I think the biggest issue we have when we're trying to put a case together like this, imagine this, right? There's an app, okay? It's like this forum, but I tag the 5 users with their state ID and it sends it to the app on the phone, and then that's inside the phone, but also in the in-game phone. So if there's any messages in or out of game, it's all character-based, pure, but it would only be for court and shit like that, by the way. This wouldn't be just like a chat room. It would be for proceedings that take longer time and need some form of, organization to have certain people at the right place at the right time. I just think it would make everything like smoother, because the reality is, like, what does the app need? It needs our state IDs, and your forum account, right? And then when you sign up with your forum account, we just send it to that state ID. That's all it would do. That's it. But otherwise there would be no like chat or whatever. It'd just be like notifications and organizing specific things. Because yeah, I think like that's what a big issue is, right? Even going into the forums is sort of annoying. For us as judges, it's whatever, this is fine. I don't mind it. But I know if you are a casual or just a general role player, you don't want to keep tabs of this shit. You don't want to have to worry. Dude, you come on to play and have fun. All right. You don't want to have to worry if you're missing a court case in a fucking game. All right. yeah, I mean, I just feel like we can simplify that entire load. Really, is all I'm saying. So, and I think it's actually a pretty simple. It's gonna be a pretty simple thing to do. I think so. Yeah, I mean, we could do Discord. So my thing with Discord is though, like, there is people that stream. And they're not always going to get notifications via Discord. If it was purely a Nopixel app, we could also add other things to it later that would be announcements or whatever. And it's like, if that turns red, you know to check it or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I just think, like, for me, dude, my Discord's fucking AIDS. The amount, if I close my Discord, my phone sounds like a fucking techno song with how much beeping it does. It just breaks, dude. Legislative audit procedure. Disagree with legislation. Pay 50K is the first new legislation. Then they took away client and doctor-patient privilege. Reversed them and go. Did they do that for money? No. I authorized it, and I said, guys, listen, I want you guys to be comfortable, do all the law you want as a team. There's no, this guy is higher or lower, just your group of judges, no matter if you're SBS, whatever, make it how you're comfortable with, leave it open, and then, you know, that's where we are. So listen, lawyer-client privileges, my friend. Let me just show you some shit, all right? Let me show you how lawyer-client privileges is going to be argued in general, okay? Firstly, fair trial, due process. The reality is it can be argued already that it still exists because rights and freedoms are already more powerful than a privilege, my friend, okay? Rights are what you have. It cannot be fucking gone over. That's the intention. You have the right to privacy. You know, it's logical to have a fair trial, you know, that you would also be allowed the privacy to talk to your lawyer without them spilling it to the other side. You know, there's other ways to do this. You know, it's the rights that all this is based off. So if there's something that isn't there, it might be said in a broad statement that can be added later by lawyers, by judges, or by anybody. And that's just the example. That's the entire idea. The problem with the old Constitution, and like I said, I signed off on the old Constitution. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Fuck it. Let's wing it, dude. It didn't create the want or need to understand the fundamental of what we wanted as law. The Constitution dictated a few things. DNA, okay, it also, which should just be like, you know, your own privacy, really. Well, I mean, there's a few things that could fall under, but there's also, what was it? It was, the due process was like 10, 15 fucking lines of just nonsense, which wasn't even enforced. And then search and seizures was implied that you needed a warrant for everything without even saying the specifics of what the warrant was. Signed by a judge, mind you. So you couldn't walk into somebody's house and just raid it if they said, yes, you can do it, because it would be unlawful. And then there was the, what was the other one that was fucking stupid? The right to protect others. In the Constitution, it said you had the right to protect others, but the only way to do that is if you had a gun to shoot them. You needed a weapon to protect somebody, is what it implied. It was fucking dumb. You get what I'm saying? It's not that they were wrong. It just isn't the fundamental of reasoning of why that exists. So you have the right to protect others and safety. That's what it should say, because now you can say, hey, yeah, if you had a gun, you had the right to protect yourself there. But it shouldn't be only a gun. If for instance, you were driving a vehicle and somebody swerved in front of you and you swerved, out of the way and, I don't know, fucking sped or something like that to save yourself, or you had to accelerate faster than the limit, it's a safety thing. It's logical that your right to protect yourself and others was used there. You know what I mean? So it creates more options rather than restricting it, which is the idea. And that's why I think a lot of the lawyers and stuff are going to be enjoying it. While the prices might be high, we'll see. I think starting high is better. And if we go down, we go down. If not, then so be it. Dude, this entire thing creates nothing but roleplay, okay? Everything is roleplay now. Every authority is roleplay. Everybody can be removed from the positions. If anybody disobeys the law, they can be removed. If you, for instance, think they did that legislation wrong, get your friends in the game, in the world where it exists, not in Twitch chat, to try and do something about it. Because that's how it works. It's roleplay now. You don't need to come into Twitch chat and say some bullshit. Everything is roleplay. Deal with it. No more OOC Andy bullshit, all right? I just don't give a fuck. 53 months of Prime. Wait, who's being scammed, though? Investigative holds. I'm not sure. You'd have to read. I know that huts were changed to 12 hours max if there was nothing said, so you'd be released or some shit like that. I don't know, but I think we need to add more systems to it either way. I don't think the holds were necessarily the worst, right? The biggest issue is there's no understanding once you're pushed into a hut charge of what the fuck is happening. And this is the issue. You're not building the fundamental platform to put somebody on a hold. You made the charge before you made sure there was a parole officer or a psych doctor. You didn't even make sure there was DOC. You made sure nothing existed. You just made the fucking charge and was like, oh yeah, 3 days rotting in jail with no fucking people around to protect you. I'm a role player. No, you're not role playing. You made it because you thought of shit in 3.0. That isn't role play. Okay? If the Constitution say you have to protect people, now it is on you to protect people. If you put somebody in jail with no fucking guards or, just a lack of fucking decency or respect to their life, you're at fault, dude. You can be removed for it. You're no longer a god mode that doesn't have like fucking god powers. It's everybody's just accountable. It's good. And if you don't like the 12-hour holds or whatever the fuck happens, you can also dispute that in roleplay now. Everything is roleplay, okay? Everything is roleplay, no matter what. The masses, as you've seen, can help change a lot of things. 100 people stormed DOJ. The sad part about it is, I think, if they waited a day, they might have had the Constitution changes anyway. But, everybody saw the unrest, and it changed because of roleplay. You need PC for holds, of course. You need PC to fucking do any sort of arresty shit. What do you mean? Chugga chugga. No running in the courthouse, please. What was my voice? Was that me? Was I sassy? Unless you're a judge. Can I sign out here and go on another character or what? Made for a better story, exactly. Listen, I'm not saying there wasn't fucking weird OOC shit, but it was on every side, dude. I just fucking hate it, bro. I'm fucking over it. I just want to log into my characters, have fun and roleplay, and not worry about somebody's fucking emotions on the internet about a character in a game. That's all. Am I rich? How do I get paid as judge? I probably don't get paid unless I do like an actual case, right?